Namaskar, you are watching PMeVIDYA channels and NCERT's official YouTube channel. This is channel number 7th and we are here with the live interaction of teaching learning interventions for inclusive classroom, and the subject is English. Today we are going to discuss and we are going to learn chapter number 6, and the title is Expert Detective. So we all are aware about detective, maybe yes or maybe not. I would like to introduce Miss Payal Saini. You can watch her on the screen with me. She is the interpreter of this session. Payal, namaskar and a very warm welcome. I would like to introduce my expert of today's session. She is in the studio with us, Miss Deepa Aneja. She is the assistant teacher primary, School of Excellence, New Delhi. Oh, Miss Deepa, how are you looking?
You tell me.
Oh well, you actually you're looking something different. You have a hat, and if I convey the message to my audience, you have some magnifying glass, and you're doing something special.
Yes, I'm very much busy.
Oh, when you are very busy, I think these are the fingerprints.
Yeah, I'm detecting something.
Okay, so you're detective today.
Yeah, this is the chapter we are going through.
Okay.
Great are expert detectives.
Okay, so dear learners, this is the title, as I already mentioned in the beginning, chapter 6, Expert Detective. So Miss Deepa is going to play a role of detective for us in today's session. So Deepa ji, क्या detective बनकर आप करेंगी आज, मतलब what we are going to detect?
Yeah, we will learn about this chapter in a fun way because this chapter talks about two siblings.
Okay.
One is aged 10 and another is 7.
Okay.
And we move further.
So we can say these are the young.
Here we can see.
Ga ma pa dha ni sa sa.
What we heard? What we heard? Sa re ga ma pa dha ni.
Musical notes.
Yeah, musical notes we heard.
Okay.
And here on the screen we can see ni. Ni reflects nishad. Nishad means the 7th swar of musical notes.
Okay.
And here in our story we have two characters, Maya and Nishad.
Oh.
And Nishad has nickname 7. Why? Because it is the 7th musical note.
Okay.
Ni means 7th.
Okay, yes.
Then another one, we start with the summary of the story.
Okay.
So we read it. Expert Detectives is an extract taken from Sharda Dwivedi's children's novel The Broken Flute. Maya and Nishad are siblings aged 10 and 7 respectively. The story deals with their quest. Quest means their willingness, their desire, their inquiries in finding out the real identity of a man called Mr. Nath. We all know that children are very inquisitive. If they find something different, something abnormal, then they have their interest. They keep on exploring, finding, collecting evidences to know about that thing.
So what was the thing, that was,
that was a person.
Ignite them,
yeah.
To be a detective.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay.
And here we move to the next slide.
Okay.
The story begins with the siblings walking towards their mother's clinic. Their mother was a doctor.
Okay.
So clinic is what? A health center. हमारे बच्चे हैं, they fall ill, they visit the health centers with their parents, so they might be very well aware.
Okay.
Then for health centers, another name is clinic. As they walked, they began talking about Mr. Nath. He had been living at Shankar house for over a year and had hardly made any friends. Then they were talking about Mr. Nath, means something is different about Mr. Nath.
Yes.
What do you think?
As we can see that the kids identified that he had hardly made a friend.
Yeah, so one
So
peculiarity
he
was that
all alone.
Yeah, one
Okay.
peculiarity was that he didn't made any friend, didn't make any friends.
Okay.
Now we come to the third point of our summary. He was unfriendly. Kids at the Shankar house were terrified of him, and more importantly, he had some burn scars,
Hmm.
which Maya believed made him look like a monster.
Oh.
And those scars were caused by an encounter with the police. So we could make it out that he
Okay.
was unfriendly because he didn't make any friends
Friends, okay.
for last 1 year. And second thing, children were terrified of him. If somebody wants to be alone, that's fine. But why to get terrified? So the reason was the burn scars on his face. Burn scars, which Maya believed made him look like a monster. Monster.
But how can kids can
Kids.
see the
Okay,
monster
our
in
kids,
someone?
Our kids from their childhood, they watch so many cartoon networks and there they watch the monsters, giants, on the abnormal, sometimes ugly faces
Okay.
with their long tongue, sharp teeth, honks. So here what we have tried in our inclusive classroom, we can show our students to make them touch and feel that what is the difference in the physical appearance of a normal person and a monster.
Monster.
So can you guess, is this the monster?
No.
No. Okay, so this is the monster.
Yes, I can say,
What things you find odd in this?
because this creature has only one eye
Yeah, one eye,
and a
long tongue, and
and
honks.
honks. Two
Yes.
honks, big honks.
Yeah. Then our students have done this activity in art and craft
Okay.
for those students who find difficulty in seeing. So they can touch and feel
Feel.
the shape or the physical appearance of a normal person
Okay.
and the different or peculiar things about a monster.
Okay.
So this is the thing which can help in our inclusive classroom how to introduce the word monster to our students.
Right.
And what about monsters? Only the physical appearance makes you a monster?
No, if they can act something like monster,
Like
like if they sound different.
sound different, and sometimes if they hurt badly other person,
yes.
harm other person
other
badly,
persons, yes.
means they have those tendencies to make harm to others, and this develops that monster qualities.
Okay.
So should we develop? Our kids can tell,
Yes.
is this fine to be like a monster because you can achieve anything, you can rule everybody?
No.
No. So we all are human beings with a
Yes.
soft heart, and we should be compassionate towards our
Good nature.
acquaintances,
Okay.
our all surrounding people. So we should have the heart of a good human being.
Like this.
Yeah,
This is really cute. I can say.
yeah, this one. Okay, now we move further.
Okay.
Here, what we talked about, here now we can see the face. This is what,
Mr. Nath.
this is also the art and craft activity
Yes, I can
done.
see.
And here in our inclusive classroom, we can include our all students because peer learning is the source for better learning.
Right.
So they can collectively make this. This is the face I made. You can see dry clay is this, and you can touch the face.
Okay.
If we want to show the scars, then scar part, if we get burnt, then we can see our skin texture get different.
Right.
But the students who are not able to see, they can touch and feel the difference and the roughness in the skin tone where burn took place.
Right.
So this we tried, and this activity we can do so that our students in inclusive classroom can get better idea about the burn scars on the face.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So, which Maya believed, but those burn stars made Mr. Nath look odd.
But are these points enough, to judge Mr. Nath as a monster?
Maybe Maya had those instincts
Okay.
that no, what I'm perceiving or saying, my preconceived notions are very right.
Okay.
So, what did she do? She assumed, and she was very definite that he is a
Monster.
criminal.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Oh, baapre.
Then she started investigating the case with her younger brother Nishad.
Wow. We have youngest, I think, detectives in this class now.
And expert ones.
Expert ones, right.
Okay, we move further.
Okay.
Maya is suspicious of Mr. Nath and believes that he is a crook. Crook means a criminal, a person who is a lawbreaker, means doing acts beyond the law. However, Nishad thinks that the man is poor and lonely. But on the other side, Nishad, her younger brother, thinks that man is very poor and lonely. That person used to look very poor because he was very skinny. Sickly appearance was there. That is called gaunt appearance. So he assumed that he is a poor and lonely man. He cannot do these kind of activities. Nevertheless, कोई नहीं, फिर भी अपनी sister के साथ मिलकर they decide to play the part of detectives and investigate the matter.
Okay.
Nishad didn't believe that person, Mr. Nath, is a lawbreaker. But still he continued because being detective is, very exciting part of his investigations, and he wanted to be called a responsible detective. So he joined the gang of her sister Maya.
Okay.
Now we come to the fifth point. Nishad strikes a conversation with Ramesh, a restaurant worker who delivers food to Mr. Nath. Through him, Nishad learns that Mr. Nath always takes only 2 meals a day. And the menu was always the same. What? Chapati, vegetables and dal. He never asked for pizza, burger. So Nishad find out that he is very poor person. He cannot afford variety of food. So, but to his surprise, he came to know. He then pays his bill immediately and tips generously. Generously means he used to give the tip, the good tip to Ramesh.
Okay.
Okay, now move
to the
further.
food delivery man.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a good gesture.
Yeah, very nice. Then Nishad
immediately if he pays the bill and with tips too, so it's a good gesture.
That's why Nishad was, changing his notion.
Okay.
8th point, he also decided to befriend Mr. Nath because he liked him and had felt sorry for him. As the siblings have irritated each other through their adamant beliefs, the lesson ends with Nishad walking out of the room, leaving Maya with her list of facts. Means Maya conceived this notion that Mr. Nath was a crook on the run.
Okay.
That he escaped from the police and his room, he had a trunk where millions of rupees were kept.
Okay.
So he used to live his life in comfort due to that money.
Okay.
Due to those criminal activities. And there, I think we missed one slide. Yeah.
Okay.
There, moreover, Mr. Nath had a visitor during most of the Sundays. Only on Sundays, Mr. Nath has one friend who used to visit him.
Okay.
He was a tall, fat, fair, spectacled and talkative man whom Maya believes was an accomplice. Accomplice? The meaning of accomplice is that the partner in crime.
Oh.
Sometimes, the elder one wants Maggie and he involves the younger one to request or to pamper moms and dads. To ask for Maggie means they become partners in crime. Those are few instances. So 7th point later, Maya lists out 9 known facts about Mr. Nath on a paper with catching a crook. as its title. You know, Maya to assumed that she is a professional detective.
Yes, Maya looks like a professional detective.
Yeah, and she wrote an article named "Catching a Crook."
She
Eventually,
she does her homework like a pro. Okay.
Eventually, Nishad and Maya get into an argument due to the difference in their opinions. Though Maya began the investigation intending to expose Mr. Nath's identity, Nishad only went along because he wanted to understand why Mr. Nath looked poor and lonely. Means they both were the detectives, but with a different aim. So, whose aim was better, clear, and human? Whose part?
Nishad?
Maya or Nishad?
I think Nishad.
Nishad, yeah, because he did investigations because he was curious to know about what kind of man Mr. Nath is.
Right.
Is he suffering from something? Why does he keep himself alone? And he felt very bad for him. That's why one time he gave to Mr. Nath's house and thrust a chocolate in his hand.
Oh.
Not for being friends, but for that he used to think that he was starving.
Okay.
Means बहुत भूखे हैं, बिल्कुल he was very skinny, बड़े पतले कमजोर हैं. That's why he did those acts.
Okay.
So the aims were different. That's why Nishad never believed that he is a criminal.
Okay.
So our lesson ends here, where Nishad has different line and Maya has different line. But is this right that they are moving in different directions, or Maya one day will realize that maybe she was wrong and she could listen to Nishad?
Yes, it can be possible.
Yeah. So from this lesson, what did we learn?
Right. I think we do not, make our.
We should not.
We should not think about anyone like this, and we, should not make any of our perspective or any of our decision towards any person that he or she is like this only. Right? We need to think about it, and we need to.
We need to be open-minded. We need to be adaptive.
They have tried.
Yeah.
But I think their directions were different. All right.
So, in our day-to-day life also, what should we do if I'm saying something, I may be wrong?
Yes.
Then I should be open to accept my mistakes as well as my direction that might be misleading for me also.
Right.
So, this is the lesson. Now, we come to the next part, the new words.
Okay.
One word, detective.
One
who seeks information and evidences.
Okay.
Like you can see, this is one drawing.
Oh, yes.
The person or the appearance which I was carrying, wearing a hat and keeping a lens in hand. So, what I have done, this is the compass we have done. We pierced it so that if we touch, then it becomes tactile.
Right.
And we can experience like the shape of the hat or the lens carrying, means we can identify that this is a
magnifying
detective.
glass. Detective.
Yeah. Next word is, on our slide we can see a trunk. Trunk means a large box. Now here, can you see?
Yes, I can see. Would you please uplift it?
Yeah.
All right.
See.
Yes, now we can see.
This is a box, but you know the old kind of box, usually of iron boxes, heavy boxes.
Most of the time we see in our house.
And here from the top we can see, this is the box. One of the student has made it, and here the wool is pasted, the buttons are pasted to show the boundary, so that in our inclusive classroom, student can touch, feel and experience the different shapes. And here in संदूक, दादी माँ का संदूक, उनका संदूक, उनमें खिलौने निकलेंगे, उनमें क्या खजाने निकलेंगे, तो they enjoy these things and can relate. But from the art and craft point of view, we can introduce these things by involving all students in our classroom.
Right. This is a collective effort of the entire class.
Yeah. Then trunk. Next is monster. A creature that is large, ugly and frightening. Here we drew only the face of the
monsters.
Looking, no, it's not monster. Here it is a monster. We do
Yes.
it. Yeah, this is the monster.
Okay.
Okay, and different monsters can be there. They can
Yes.
have two eyes. They can have very large teeth.
Yes.
And the hands, one hand long, one hand
Right.
short. This depends on the imagination of our students
Right.
also.
Right.
And next we move crook.
Crook.
Crook means the criminal.
Criminal.
The criminal means a person with malicious intentions to break the law, to do unlawful things.
Okay.
Okay. Now spectacles. Here, most of us wear specs, but the students who have never experienced, never touched, never wore, then they can be easily made to experience these things.
Right.
These two glasses, this is the frame, and we wear on our eyes so that our vision can be clear.
Clear.
Spectacles.
Okay.
And the marbles. These are small things, concrete objects which we can bring to our classrooms so that their learning of our students can be long lasting. So these are the marbles we can show. Next is peek. Look quickly and secretively. Like we can see, if I'm wearing this hat, means I'm going to find out something. And here I have seen a box.
Okay.
Means मैं out of the league if normal is looking. But if I, with a jerk or the
Right.
pressure, if I peek into something, means nobody should look at me.
Right.
And I can see what do I want to see.
Okay.
So this is what? To peek.
Okay.
Here, a few emotions, disappointed. In this lesson, we came to know about these
Disappointment
words.
of,
Disappointed,
Nishad.
annoyed.
Annoyed.
Yeah. Annoyed means her sister Maya became annoyed.
Annoyed, yes.
And angrily, she said, okay, Nishad,
Nishad.
do whatever you want to do.
Right.
So these are the expressions.
All these are emotions
Yeah.
which we have seen, which we have felt in the story.
And here, in art and craft activity, where our special children can be involved also in outlining these facial expressions.
Right.
So this is, you can see, angry means like our eyelashes, our eyebrows,
Right.
get twisted, and in anger they come closer. These are the experience they can do even with their own faces.
Right.
And apart from this, when these expressions are drawn and we do the boundary and the outline, making it tactile, they can get to know the aesthetic sense of these expressions also. So these are the small activities which keep them indulgent, the better learners, and make our inclusive classroom a great success.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Now-
So we have reached to the keywords of this session. Detective is the first word. I would request Payal to please sign in the language. First word is detective. Second is crook. And third is annoyed. So these are the expressions which we have seen from Payal as well with the sign language. Let's move ahead. Okay, so this is the homework for our class 7th children.
Yeah.
Would you please read it?
Yeah. Homework part. Question 1. What does Mr. Nath eat? So I think this was very easy. No
if I-
choices of food.
Yes.
Only
He
the
sticks only the one type of food that is that includes dal.
our students will write.
Let me try, but I won't help them.
But you are right.
Okay.
The second question is, who gets meal for Mr. Nath?
Okay. Yes,
Then you
I
will have
remember.
to mention.
Okay.
Write any one word hidden in the word detectives. Means any meaningful, one meaningful word student needs to write, and that is very easy. That can be of 3 letters, 4 letters. The hints I have given.
Okay.
Rest they can do.
Okay.
Okay. Now we come to the modified part. Modified homework. Encircle the correct option for the following questions. What does Mr. Nath eat? Options are vegetable, rice and curd, chapati, dal and vegetable, rice and curd.
Okay.
Out of these three options, the correct one should be encircled.
Encircle.
Second is, who gets meal for Mr. Nath? Nishad, Maya, Ramesh.
Okay.
Encircle, third question is, encircle the correct word hidden in the word. Detectives. First option, 5. Second option, sit. Third option, sip.
Okay. We can play one game with the question 2. If we play the elimination round,
Okay.
then Nishad and Maya were the detectives. So who is the remaining one?
Yeah, very nice.
That's the answer of the who gets meal from Mr. Nath.
Right.
So is there anything else for all the students in our presentation today, or it is over now?
It's all okay. Expert detectives. When we teach this lesson in our classroom, then the students have different notions. They share so many experiences.
Right.
Okay, ma'am, I did this. I saw a dog with 3 legs only. Then I found things कि ऐसा क्यों है? मुझे लगा this is born differently. And so we can develop so many things. It's only about detecting something, means to looking for the things.
Okay.
So that some students are very curious. They keep on exploring things.
Right.
So this add on to our knowledge also.
Right. So one question I have in this inclusive classroom, as we are talking about. So what kind of activity we can play around this lesson, as we see to make some tactile emojis and this man-made creature, or maybe sometimes monster.
Sometimes a show, we can organize a show.
Okay.
It's not exactly puppet, but it's a show. Or with role play.
Right.
Right? So role play, we can involve all the students. The students in our special classrooms,
Okay.
they sometimes they get very hesitant when it comes to the drawing part. Then in vocal part they are very good, because one student is in my class. When something vocal is going on, she just raises her hand first and is always active to participate.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to write the characters in this entire story. So I found minimum 5 are there, including Doctor, Mr. Nath, the patient, Maya and Nishad and Ramesh. So we can have 5 students
and one person,
and make a team.
And one person you forget.
Oh, that the friend of the friend.
Strong,
Right,
that stout, strong person, spectacled. Even I'm eager to know about who was that.
Right. Who is the visitor? Who visits him on Sundays.
Yeah, on Sundays.
Right. So this is the special character we can have in our team, and we can make 6 students as a team in the classroom, and you can ask to present this story, and who can deliver the better one.
Yeah.
Or the choices.
Yeah, choices, group wise presentation.
Right.
So a healthy competition for their presentation can be conducted in the classroom.
Right. And it will be a great learning experience for them as well.
Yeah.
From each other. I think मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
Exactly. They are very much motivated. They love to take parts, and they can create their own songs.
Right.
They came to know about the 7th musical note, so they can sing so many songs also.
Right. Agreed. So thank you very much, Deepa ji. You came here with this detective classroom today.
Yeah,
as we have seen so many.
Hope our children have learned it, enjoyed it, and maybe they will be involved in these art and craft activities also for their special friends.
Right. And because this is our inclusive classroom, so this is very important for us to bring you the best out of it, as we had so many teaching learning material here in this today's session. Thank you very much for this wonderful.
Thank you.
I must
so
say
much.
the smileys I can see. I would be preferring if you can show the smiley again to the students.
Yeah, sure.
As we have these smileys. Disappointed. So this is these are the things which we play nowadays daily. We see in our mobile phones. Smiley emojis are a part of our daily life. So this can be a wonderful game as well. Thank you very much for this wonderful craft.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa ji, for this wonderful session. And I would like to thank Payal for your time to interpret the entire session in sign language. Dear learners, this is our teaching learning interventions for inclusive classroom session comes to an end now. Keep watching PM eVidya channels. This session ends here. Namaskar.